Hello everyone, welcome back to Vampyr. I'm at an interesting point right now where I can't really sleep and level up because of how close one of the districts is hitting the overrun level. I can't actually do anything until I go through and heal the place up. It is that 5%. I need to go through and need to cure everyone's fatigue. Fatigue I cure. So that's the first thing we do. We shall go through the Dr. Man and heal everything. It's gonna be a lot of just running around.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening.
Do you need...
I'm afraid...
Not un... Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
No.
Good.
Boy. Next. But how did just everyone contact fatigue right away? I had this place
Then you are...
perfect.
Thank you for your time.
Good evening.
Do you...
Do you...
Just...
Well,
Goodbye.
I would like to call shenanigans on everyone getting either anemia or fatigue.
Good evening,
A
Mr.
bit shenanigan.
Goodbye.
On the quiche.
It's locked. Good evening. Please, of course.
Do you have anything that I care about too?
Good. Do you need... Hold up. Don't end... Goodbye.
Who else needs my medicine? Ooh.
Good evening.
good.
Do you...
I will be...
No. Goodbye, nurse.
Is that everyone here? Covering. I need Milton and Newton and Thomas. But one of them should be down here, right? Yeah, there he is. Come here, dude. I got the cure for what ails you.
Do you need... Grab your... Goodbye, miss.
I have the cure for what ails you as well.
Good evening. Do you need... Oh. Goodbye, Milton.
This is why I must take on every single freaking fight I encounter. I can keep up my medical supplies. Wait, where the hell is Thomas? He should be here. Wait, do I actually have the key?
Good evening. Soldier. No. Don't. Goodbye.
Damn.
Wait, oh. Wait, Dr. Swansea! I'm here, how's the doctor?
I wish I could be there again.
Hello, Swansea? Swans, oh, you're not here. You're here. Okay, Swansea!
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was
Saw me
conducting
yesterday.
research in my room, away from the nightly routines.
Of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I
Shut up.
won't deny it, but we still stand.
Yeah. help in the West End.
Have you any
sure.
reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
Where is Brother?
What about the Brotherhood of St.
Brother
Paul's
the
Stone?
Stone?
Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
Ah, he's a black sheep.
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
Yeah, until I go through.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion, and with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Yeah, you're fine. Lord.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is, nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster, in less than 2 days now.
Wow.
The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
Tell me more about the violence.
Jeffrey McCallum seems
was
to
a
have sent
really
his war
fast-acting
dogs on a
visit.
hunt. On a nightly basis, pre-wen patrol.
That'd be a shame. You get a disease and you're just dead at like
Have they come
2
close to
days
the-
later.
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
Thank you, Ed.
What's I gonna do? One thing real quick. Alright. Sorry about that. Ooh, that's the Meet Lady Ashby West End. I would do that later. I want to help everyone else first. Everyone here is recovering. That is great. No one here is sick that I can see. I need, I don't know, a cold, fatigue. The 3 fatigues, 2 colds. Which I should have more than enough, right? 3 fatigues, and then I need 1 more. Then I don't know, I haven't been here yet. Okay. Then I go back to my place and make another cold. Dear Dr. Swansea, about the actual urgency of the sanitary situation, I must inform you of a recent case of professional misconduct inside the Pembroke. Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan has been found guilty of undeniable unprofessional conduct and thus guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose and establish a prescription without at least informing the referent doctor about her conclusion. You know me, Edgar. I'm not against personal initiative, but when it's for the interest of all, especially during a crisis like this we're facing, but we cannot allow a nurse to perform a diagnosis and decide on a procedure to apply to a patient. The fact that said patient survived is no continuing circumstance just means we dodged the bullet this time. I demand the strictest authority on this matter. Oh, it sounds like she's know what she's doing.
It's locked, all right.
Alright, well, let's keep making some medicine. So for the mode. Great. Oh, neurology, that would be an expensive one. Great, so I need to find that new area fast then. I probably won't be able to sleep for quite some time. Place marker. And we run. Hello, friends! Do you have medical supplies for me?
It's a leech! Kill it!
You guys are getting very high level.
Oh my god!
It's quite unfortunate. Just get clubbed, boy. Oh, you're okay. Wanna go, boy? Sir, please stop. Ow. Medical supplies. For shillings. Medical supplies? Nope, that's a glass vial. You guys are holding out on me. Stop holding out. Is it one thing you can tell me about the werewolves? Like, are they just not going to acknowledge this as a thing? If so, that's a shame. I should stop being super greedy. So, hold on, what the hell do I do with these 30 blood samples? I have so freaking many of them. Oh, regeneration serums for vampires. Ow. I can probably make a lot of those, can't I? I can't loot these guys. Screw this place. Alright, let's get going to the next area. I need to unlock this place. I don't know how to unlock that place. I could probably figure it out really simple just by following the map. Okay, I must cure everyone of the disease that ails them. Not in here, obviously. Okay, so is there anything over here, or is this just... This person I don't know, that's new. Hello, friend.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your
I
father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Harry.
Even my dreams
I'm
are
Jonathan.
soaked with glue.
No, I don't. Nope, not leaving. Taking this stuff. Taking that stuff. I will talk to you in just a second. What is that blue light up there? That duck? Hey. I don't know.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Shut up.
It's locked.
Even my...
Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent in our office, explain the difficulty of your situation with your ill body and loss of your beloved wife, but it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times. Sergeant Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. That's a shame. If you suspect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill yourself. You have no chance. Instead, contact me or try to inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are rare, but they know what to do against these evil creatures. It even seems that some of them are working together under the name of the Guard of Priwen, a paramilitary organization dedicated to the eradication of vampires in London. Tell your friends, you are not alone. Solution exists. Be smart. Spread the word. Neat. Let me go talk to him about his loss of a job. See if I can make him happy. Hello. I have a cure for you, maybe.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you
And you
need
have a
any
cure for you?
medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Have you any recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now. Rumors say the nurse has gone mad.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Maybe I can get you some books, some nice medical
Father
books.
and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
No, not really. Place to go home. Father did his best. I'll only improve. We have a place to go home.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Hem, hem, hem.
Goodbye, young.
Oh, you have fun being depressed.
There's only pain and suffering in this world.
I have cured your ailment. Hopefully you feel better. Hello, Joe. I have medicine.
You again?
Can I keep you?
Oh, have
There's
some
a
medicine.
thin line between... All right. Goodbye.
Fancy?
You never... Right then.
Do you have anything I care about?
Fancy?
You never... Do you need...
To be honest,
I don't need... Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
That's a shame.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father.
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Alright, well,
Goodbye.
that's that. Who else?
It's locked, all right.
Who is over there? Why can't I see them? Oh, that's why. Because they're enemies, and I'm technically in a no combat zone. I'm so sorry, Darius. I didn't mean any of this to happen. I just thought I could make her forget about the thing. About the blackmail, and then she could keep working. Enjoys the job. And loot these guys for medical supplies. Oh my god. Lock on! Go right guy, please, thank you. Stop it. Oh, I can get medical supplies from here. That's good. I am so sad this had to happen though. Morning. I don't know, maybe if I had saved this person, kept him alive, and then brainwashed her, she would have at least not become a vampire. And the store's locked now. I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do, right? Could have done the situation.
Good evening.
You look... Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Okay, who else needs here? Covering. Father. And Mason Swanborough, who I haven't even met yet. And Rickard. And I can't help, Hiroshio, man. I can't help, Benjamin yet, because I don't have a different Hiroshio. I knew where her house was. I could find her husband. He's over here somewhere. Not this way. This is the Freaking dispensary.
Working nearby.
This is Darius's house. I have no idea who those people. Okay, so who's in here? Or is this... I don't think I've actually been here yet. Fine. I think this is where I saved that guy, right? Nope, nope. It's just a different place for a house. Oh, it said the option just mark them instead of needing to find them. Okay, one more quick look to see if I can find the person I'm looking for.
I cannot enter.
What are you supposed to do? You have to kill people for the key.
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets.
The only thing I can. Can I ask you what her husband is?
Good evening.
I'd like to...
Good evening.
Nope. Nope.
Goodbye.
I do not know where I'm supposed to go.
Please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Baron.
It's locked.
Darius, I'm so sorry.
When science fails you, this elixir will
See
give
what his other talk options are.
Good evening.
Surely you have.
What do you plan to do?
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind of stories?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor. Vampires.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or listen to scary stories?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another cause.
Please don't join Pre-1. I don't want to have to kill you.
Are you living on the streets, Mr. Petrescu?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
I didn't mean
Why are
to.
you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
Tell me everything you know. I heard
Everything was going well until you arrived. Dorothea helped people and will be sorely missed.
maybe you should consider the bigger picture. We may not have the same approach, but my priority is the safety of London's citizens.
So you put an end to the operation. Did you put an end to Dorothea as well?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir. What's wrong?
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea?
I
She
didn't.
was so bright,
anything.
so clever.
I
Then
didn't
you
mean to.
made her an empty shell.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
But what happened to her then? After you left, she did not even recognize me. Then she got careless and sick, and I had to flee.
Goodbye.
That's so unfortunate. I don't know where the other guy is. Right, because there's somewhere got to care. Oh, the freaking Father Tobias, he's at the church. Ouch. I don't want to go to the church.
See if this Christina is still working nearby.
You pay
Yeah,
for
that's true.
peace of mind.
There should be a fight, right? Yeah.
There is no protection.
Good.
It's
Just barely
Don't
missed
you-
him every single time.
No doubt your faith.
last week.
I have.
Alright, so now I can go to Lady Ashbury's since I've cured everyone who I can. And we can actually start the story like freaking 40 minutes in. That took me forever.
Poor Dorothea. I'm so sorry.
I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Kind of. Okay, so I want to go back this way. Take a left here. Left here. Please be unlocked.
I cannot enter.
God damn it, everything. I need to go back to the hospital. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Kind of. Yep. Fine, I'll just back here. I'll let you guys fight and focus. Alright, well. That was a bunch of. Is that loot good? Go, these guys. These. I'm going to steal all of my blood back from you. All of it. Really hoping between you guys have enough medical supplies so I can making this stupid fatigue medicine that I'm gonna need thousands of. Look at that guy. What is even happening? There's some skulls in here. There's some crew in here. And now there's a lot of loot for me to grab. Hi, friend. Hi, friend. Okay, back to Meshesberries. You need a stop. Great. Loot. Loot. Some more loot. God damn, they're just prewing guys everywhere.
Get your weapons ready! Over there! There's one of them vermin! Filthy piece of shit!
The biting is really good, if nothing else, to give the character invo frames to get back his stamina. And for that reason alone, it's good to upgrade the beat stick of anti-stamina. Okay, unlocked. Great. Holy. Let me just stick. Stop it. Okay, you're a dick. impressive, sir. Alright, the constant biting of me, that's not holy. I can bite you, you can't bite me, that's not how it works.
This is Braille.
Ooh.
I need someone who can read this.
Old man needs assistance. Don't worry, old man. Ignore the shadow tendrils of death and doom and destruction. I hit the one guy who's resistant to shadow damage. Hello, old man.
You won't get me here. Get out!
You're looking the wrong way. Are you blind? It'd be really convenient if you are.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Goodbye, sir. I mean, if you want to call this stable, then alright, game. Dear mother, whatever happens to me, always remember that your son loves you. Now, I know you do not always approve of the way I choose to live my life, but I won't change. I was born and raised in this part of town, and I just can't stand what's happening to my neighborhood, to people we know. I recently made a terrible decision. I decided to strike back against the tyranny of a few. I know that that they will retaliate, but I'm ready for whatever comes. Thanks, you have always loved to read, but now that I'm about to take action, I can only quote Etienne de lo Poeti. They only seem tall because we're on our knees. I won't kneel anymore, mother. I intend to stand straight, whatever the cost. Goodbye, my beloved mother, Jack.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Okay, so I am not allowed to dismantle stuff right now. That's the quest item. I'd make this convenient. It is not. So I could break it up if I want to. I need to find ended. For looking away when they mock my color, I hate myself. For crying like a girl when they insult me, I hate myself. For smiling like a boy when they've gone, I hate myself. For my parents, I hate myself. For smiling when customers call me Sabrina, I hate myself. For blah 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 blah. Oh, Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina.
Evening, miss. I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Let's talk about that later.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Neither.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Neat.
Have you heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I was told he caught a deadly disease, but survived against all odds. Maybe he really is touched by grace.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
Of course I am. Everywhere's deserted, houses, streets all empty. People buying guns. We hear them go off every night. It's bloody frightening.
That would be
Goodbye.
terrifying. Right. Where is the girl I'm looking for? Stella? Alright, I need... Ended.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, where are you? Okay, is this a combat area? Oh no, oh, okay, this is neat. I've done that twice now. Someone just shot again. I wonder who it was. Good place.
Elite! Elite! The beast!
Wait, what are you doing with it? Oh. Hello! I've come to help! I do like how long it took that guy who was banging on here to come up as friends. Alright, well. Let's find our way back to that place. Like, made the quest. Or do I find a need at a later date? I think I've already found her once. I just have no idea where she is right now. Ow! You guys hurt a lot. Maybe I should stop trying to do these bite attacks. Excuse me. Well, I tried to claw. But I guess his attack takes priority. Feel the wrath of the vampire doctor. Really? Oh.
It's locked.
Yeah. Why is every single gate locked?
For me.
You guys are... Oh, you're vampires. Oh my. You're like actual vampires. I guess this is a thing I'm gonna have to deal with now. Is this what it's like to find me? Okay, so this is a thing.
Your prey is mine now.
I really, really need healing from you. Thank you. I don't think I'm supposed to fight these guys yet, because I do nothing to them.
Don't you know better?
Stop. Okay. Blood. Okay, so these guys are econs. They're like me. Alright then. This is a thing I can deal with. And I can do it, but it's just annoying. Especially that attack, since I dodged that, sir. I guess you can't sidestep stuff in this game, you have to actually dodge. Hello. You didn't tell me that. Oh, I killed econs a bit. Or are you gonna say anything? Or are you just gonna make it so I have to walk places? Oh, no. There you are. Way up there. I guess I came from the wrong direction or something. Hi! How are you?
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I insist you be quiet.
I insist you be quiet.
Son, do you not see? You are the healing balm.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion.
Jonathan,
All
you
and
sound
everyone
like a
needs
very
you.
whiny brat.
Silence.
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
That was an unpleasant conversation.
What's the lead, boys? Want some murdered, boys?
Fuck it's fast.
Hey! This is fun! Turn you to dust!
Are you stealing my blood, sir? I want that ability.
You're feeble!
Stop it. Stop being annoying. I wonder what Ascalon's gonna think of me killing all these other vampires. I'm sure they accept the skulls because the skulls are pretty insane as they are. Yeah. I'm actually attacking just other econs. Do I get XP for you? No, I don't. God, you have. Ow. I dodged that, sir. Oh! Okay, so you're just gonna become a normal enemy. That's good to know. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, just bosses becoming normal enemies. That's lovely. Hey, will you die to a gunshot? No.
Your prey is mine now!
Oh my gosh. You cannot reload in combat. Okay, so I'm going to probably need to add shadow damage attacks of some kind to my normal arsenal. Wow. That blood shield's really good. Ow. Okay. Alright, so where did a Executioner of Ascalon guy go? Not looking forward to that just becoming a normal thing.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
This crazy demon guy keeps talking to me.
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
Oh
I
boy,
felt
lucky me.
this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the Ancient Ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I feel like I'm more than a pawn.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
Okay.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course, to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
The smell.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
You know, if that's their powerful weapon, it's a shitty-ass
Why
weapon.
use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information, and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well. As long
Seems
as they
really
leave me
dumb
alone.
considering they're vampires, but you know.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
Of course, gotta be respectful.
They
They're
have done
predicted
nothing
there.
but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
Yes, but you were also scared of
How powerful
Fergal,
is his
I think his name was.
The Ascalon Club may be the most
you're obviously pretty
influential
weak, honestly.
secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
Or very young, and
If
you
you
know,
are
just
convinced I must
got
meet
infected
him,
recently.
I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind.
I mean, that's fair.
My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Econs I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Econ on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
I mean,
To
I
launch
also
another
killed like
great
5
hunt,
Econs, but you know,
They
whatever.
must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I
Kitty,
admire your
Kitty,
courage,
stop.
Jonathan.
Stop, get her.
But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
If you say so.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer.
How much?
I shall keep it in mind.
How much
but
luggage
I
are
have
you
much
doing
to
that?
do.
I could hide in there. Oh, a
There
pretty
is a
big guy.
question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Unless he
Maybe
dies,
not,
yeah.
Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Means there's still one in England. Was it you? You already asked her this. It's not
You
her.
have no
She-
idea
what She
at
said.
You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then
Let's
it is
say
settled.
Elizabeth.
Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Love me.
Elizabeth.
And apparently I love you too.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Woo! Try not to die.
It's locked, all right.
Of course it is. I hop over. No, that. That'd be too easy. Hi, Blood Icon. I am your friend. You should. Why me? I'm not attacking you.
Christ! He's dead!
Okay, first off, just eat this. Thank you for staying dead. This is gonna be fun to have to deal with as well. Hey, ole.
You killed her!
Recognize him?
He's probably still alive.
This one ain't on our list.
Well, that's one less anyway. It'll make McCullum happy.
Aye!
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Define the vampire you saw earlier.
I cannot enter.
There's a werewolf over there. Seriously, when are they gonna fucking acknowledge the werewolves? Put Ekon this, Ekon that, but no talk about the werewolves? They seem pretty proliferate.
Turn around, sir.
Shut up!
This one's mine!
Shut up! Ow. I have a club! And another club! And a foot club! And a bite! So, everyone being like, highly resistant to melee damage is really annoying. I guess they really want you to but of all the evil and foul skulls I've ever had to fight, the Icor may be the worst. Not because it's fighting prowess, even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent. Not because it's superior wit or cunning plans. An Icor is quite blunt and straightforward in his actions and objectives. For disease, contagions, and epidemics whenever and wherever it can. An Icor is an incarnation of viruses and infections wherever it goes. Sickness appears and quickly spread. It is like it only walks the earth to generate plagues and epidemics, as if its skin itself diffuses sickness. Icors are clever, sneaky, malevolent, and ferocious, capable of enduring many wounds to spoil a water tank, a granny, or a banquet. This is the kind of thing an Icor would enjoy to do in order to please its putrid and perverse nature. They are so rare that we do not know anything about them. The lazy brother believes that they should not be considered vampires or skulls, but as something else. All I know is this. An Icor must be destroyed by all means necessary as soon as it spreads. Know your enemies. Neat. Foreshadowing what I have to deal with in the future. And I really need to get a pistol, I guess, since everything's resistant to fucking melee weapons. So I need to either upgrade the shotgun pistol I have or just make a different shotgun, or make it a different pistol would be better.
It's locked.
Can you please stop screaming? You're driving me insane.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
It's a rookie. Guess what, rookie?
Burn it, boys!
Yep. Ow.
Touch its head!
Club. Fight. Seriously, you guys have to be always resistant and immune to freaking swords. I see you down there. Can I open this door?
I cannot enter.
Nope. Well, as much as I don't want to, I should probably level up.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British Vampire Society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Hi.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well,
You seem nice.
It's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble...
Oh, your store! Yay!
I may have a look at your...
If anything I care about? No, of course you don't. Why would you? God damn it. Everything. Alright, fine. Tell me
Good
about
evening, Dr.
everything that's happening. And are you sick? You're not. Tell me about everything that's happening.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Har, har, har.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
You are a very interesting man.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
Right then.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Goodbye.
Wait,
Equality between men and women.
what do you have to tell me?
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is
What's
Charlotte, sir.
that?
Charlotte Ashbury.
Oh, what?
My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Are you a vampire? Are you? Oh. The hell? I guess I'll find. Oh, adoption.
Tell me
okay.
about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see? And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16.
though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and
I'm
individualism.
going to become
for my
your new
taste,
daddy!
even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman?
No.
Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Yes.
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before
guy in the
I met
background just yelling
Emmeline
at the door.
Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that
Whatever
she
that
chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Goodbye,
I'm sure
Charlotte.
a lot of people would
Give my
appreciate
best
that,
regards
since
to your
losing your
mother.
mother or father if
She's
you're
been
close
quite busy
suck.
these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Hi?
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry, I didn't recognize you
the
at first.
doctor
I
guy
almost
at the
didn't
beginning?
recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
I wish I had migraine medication for you, buddy. If I did, I would give it to you.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What's that?
What is this new battle?
Well, I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Oh.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
I mean, I'm not the man I used to be, either.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Because of the vampire. Wait,
you need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Okay, so not this way. This is leaving town. Oh. No, that's just thing about being safe. Throw the Ascalon city into peril. That'd be great.
It's locked, all right.
Oh yeah, hey. Hello, friend.
You cannot forget his name.
Friend?
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Which voice are you talking about?
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones, their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please
Disturbing.
try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
What
is
if
the
the
local news
Ascalon
hereabouts,
people
Miss
fucking with you?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows.
Baby?
Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
I'll try to help you later, I guess. Alright. Venus. Their house then?
Hello? Is anyone
Yes.
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
For
I'll tell you what. Come back tomorrow for tea. I'll be glad to see you then.
She is nuts. It all loops around. Is this just a dead end though? Yes. Okay, so let's go to the hideout. So try to level up just a little bit. Maybe reset my experience points. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Women's right to vote is only the first step. Women of all countries unite.
Need to go up there through here. Hold there. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away, and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you work. You promised me to protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I've never returned, you are my only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. Avery, that's the guy who was helping the character's mom, right? Well, I can see all this stuff because it's technically okay. Hello, Mum.
Mother. Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Oh.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance.
Wait, do you know I'm a vampire?
She is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my
Okay, I guess she knows I'm a vampire. I don't know. Okay. Confusion.
Why do you say
Lots of
Mary
confusion.
is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy.
Oh.
Just look at you. As
She's
pale
insane.
as my
Got it.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Joyous. Okay, break down everything. Oh, it's not here. Thank God I can't accidentally break it down. Good handle part. I need good handle part. Okay, I need a good pit. But wouldn't I just... Yeah, I just want, the shotgun. Shotgun, come better, become better. 480, please tell me these don't also come 480. Very good. And... increase damage. Go! Increase damage. Go! Oh, how cool. I can make it especially good against Vampire, which is what I really need. I could then buy, what's-his-face's shotgun. I can only have one. That is just okay. Take this small key. What does that do? Is that just a key that opens up anything? Not the key to Aubrey Reed's office. It is specifically what it can do. Okay. I want to rest. I am going to reset because I've made some unneeded choices. Okay, so I first. This is just 10% per, so that's not really. I want blood absorption, so let's go. Oh, I need this first. God damn it. I do quite like the claws, and I like the thought of getting to basically 0 cooldown high damage things. And then I don't care about those ones. I do want more health. Stamina. Blood. And then blood absorption. Wait, 20%. For just 6 on XP, yeah. So I can get this up to being longer to just you get on only a 15-second recovery. That's not bad, but it costs that. No, trying to get more health. Health. Stamina. Dude. Well, we stop there, so getting too expensive, just 5% increase. I do plan on stunning more. A lot of blood. Let's see if I can get things besides that for right now. This, and not that yet. This. So, raises the cost by 5 points, but it's overall more healing. This raises the cost by a lot. I don't like upgrading autophagy. The cost increase isn't. So I want Abyss because Abyss is really good. So this is an AoE one. This is better because I need it more for bosses. AoE I don't really. Get the coagulation because the coagulation can eventually just be a blood gain. The issue is that it's just with the control. If I could hit them during the control, that'd be great. But I think the shield would be overall. Just allow me to. Okay, so just a stealth. I mean, that's not really necessary by any means. Jump, however, could be useful. Becomes some pretty good damage. For staring at, call that good. I will upgrade blood barrier to eventually being better recovery. I can actually get better. Before I get that, is there anything else I would rather get? I'd get more health, stamina. Let's go with one of each, because this is a decent one. Actually, not just two student stamina. Okay. That should be good for now. And then I can get 20% more bullets. And then a bit more life regeneration because I don't plan to use the bite for damage at all. Good. Now we're gonna see how shit hits the fan. Good. It's up. This will hopefully go back to 100 since I cured everyone. I think. No, more gun victim. And then everyone probably has fatigue. Right? Fatigue, cold, fatigue. God. Great. Lovely. Just what I wanted. Everyone have fatigue. Great. Boyus, boyus. This faster claw is really nice. Although I'm gonna need more blood to keep it useful though. Which I'm going this path because it will start to give me blood to use it. It always gives me some, but the more we get, the more I can use it. The more I can spam it. give me the ability to figure out where I have to go to see you? Or am I supposed to come find you? Looks like I'm supposed to come find you and see.
How dare you interfere with my...
Oh, hello. Fine, you wanna go, big boy? Alright, so that doesn't do much, and just stabbing him repeatedly is actually proficient. Oh, you know, if they have the blood shield on, I should them the club, because that will still bleed through this. That'll still hit them through the stun damage. I gotta actually dodge that and stop getting hit repeatedly like an idiot. Friend, I am coming. Hello, friend.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Alright, you can go then. Bye.
See them thugs? He's dead!
Yeah, that's really nice. Just take a little bit longer for it to get strong enough for it to be really done.
There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Fuck his fault!
You know, I should probably name the story, but experience. Alright, let's go talk to the Escalon Club, because I'm not going to actually accomplish anything doing this. Escalon Club, ho!
Women's right to vote is
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
I think you guys would make an effort to make it slightly more welcoming. Look at this. Everything's in shambles.
There has been quite a battle here.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
Fine, whatever.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture. It's locked.
Okay, fine. Run around. A dagger? Which that's just a blood item, right? Ooh. Just gonna steal all their shit before I go talk to them. Okay, hello, how can I help you?
Good evening.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
I admire.
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why so friendly?
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant
Long
of the British
live the
Empire.
Queen!
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
That is quite rude. Guess I have to join.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Alright. What
My
is
fellow
the
members,
custom?
dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
I sure hope so.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
You don't really have a choice in the matter, Jonathan. Scratchy.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
I have a lance. That'd be pretty great.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece?
I don't think you're a vampire.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed.
The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall.
A wall!
Unscalable wall. To isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Okay.
We'll talk later, Dr. Reed.
I really don't actually know the difference between them, because I like to say they are all vampires.
I know we're facing a crisis, but I'm shocked no one took the time to clean up the mess inside the club since we were attacked. I must admit the Guard of Priwen and...
Yep, I also don't. Hello, Redgrave.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale. especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Yes, it happened. Smile.
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
I'm not apologizing.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No. He was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally. But I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish, and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Air quotes
yes,
on
I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Ooh. Okay. See if I can find the basement. If I can use that key I found. Ah, this is outside, isn't it? Yes, outside. That's also outside. Yes, on the club association, gentlemen secretly aiming for the production of the crown's interest. I found in 1837 to honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, the first Earl of Pembroke, and the true protector of England. All of the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless form of fiber, since the club accepts mortal members who would duly observe and who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality. goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst a good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the Holy Lands held by St. George's, protector of England. Saint slew the dragon as a lance bearer ourselves. We vow to defend the Empire's interests. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to find the basement. Do you have anything to say, sir? I thought you would...
Welcome to the Ascalon, then, Dr. Reed.
I have no idea how to get to the basement. Yes, I'll find it later.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
You already knew that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Venus. It's over here somewhere. Somewhere back here, I think. This is the sewer. Alright, where are you? You find you.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Can I talk to you? No. Do you have anything offered me? Guess I should probably continue on this way, killing everything. See if I can find out something.
Crush the leech, boys!
Stop it.
The bloody grind!
Damn! I wasn't expecting him to run that far. Woo! We got some moves.
I'll kill it!
That was an annoying fight. Got a good hemp right though. Need those. Or munitions, where are that earlier? Hello? Oh.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Leg and ebon roasted Edmund was endorsed Fletcher, Rogan, how already come.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Hello, friend. How are you?
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Alright. Hello. I'm gonna have to tell you to shut up and stop puking. Alright, fine. You wanna go? Let's go. Come on. You wanna play this game? I got a lot of stamina. Okay. Okay. Whew. Okay. The poison hurts. I have learned. So, do I just wake up? I lose all my blood. Keeps the progress, so I lose all of my blood. That's really annoying. And I was listening, but I still lose all my blood. That is really, really dumb. I do not know what I'm doing wrong. Yes, I can't punch her in the face. Yes. Just stop. I need you to not move from this corner. Just don't move an inch, please.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Okay, well. There, I guess that's how we take care of that stuff. You just do not give it a chance. Dear Elsa, it's with a great joy that I confirm that with a sort of acceptance as a private student to my acting school, the little scene you had the kindness to perform for me last week convinced me that you have what it takes to be a real actress. Wit, stature, and courage. As a private student, you'll receive my personal training and coaching. During these intense sessions, you'll be invited to play at the school, or invited to stay at the school, since I strongly believe in total immersion to expose the full potential of my students, so please remember to bring night attire or anything you may need to spend a week at my school. Yours sincerely, Doris Fletcher.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
I'm annoyed that I thought that I died, and that I died twice to someone who was as easy as that to take care of. So I go this way. Great. This has become a normal thing. I love it. Lovely. That's a lot of grease.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
I'm sorry, did you assume I was a vampire because of the clothes I'm wearing? I feel like that will lead to a lot of mistakes on your part.
Sir, step away. Get them weapons ready. He's done for.
Ooh, this is a nice place. It's a lot of guys in here, isn't there?
To stupid fucking beast!
I gotta stop playing them.
I'll take it.
I need 7 to upgrade my claws. If I can get the strong, it would be amazing. Once the cost doesn't go up and just how much blood I get back goes up, the higher I get my claws. Oh, it becomes so good. Friend, where are you? I saw you up here.
It's one of them!
Ooh, shotguns. I'd like something besides a double barrel though. Like, can I find an assault rifle? That'd be great. Although 1920, there was one, I think. I don't know. I don't know my historical weapons. That's just a great sound bit. Wherever they use that sounded awful.
This is Braille.
Oh, Vortex.
I need someone who can read this.
Weird, I have found that thing twice now. Really odd. I guess they really want you to find that. Quarantine. Get home. I always forget they explode. Leave a poison trail to boot. Of acid, apparently. Hello, Mr. Calhoun.
Good evening.
You know about sources
I'm
of
investigating
infection?
the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants. They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
Goodbye.
Sorry, kill them. Oh.
Women's right to vote
Apparently
is only the first step.
No, where do I have to go? I have to take an immediate right? Yes. Unlocked.
That building is under quarantine.
Damn it.
Could this be what I'm looking for?
There are far too many locked gates in this game.
Londoners are no match for me. He's spotted. Watch it! Watch out! It's a killer!
You guys have some thought. I'm gonna help because that's all I see. Sir, I wanted to help you. Alright, that's fine. Give me your blood!
Can't let you through.
I really appreciate that I don't attack on sight. You know, there's the thought that they're trying not to kill innocent people.
It's locked, all right.
Damn, he has a lot of stun resistance. Look at that. Ooh. I have gotta be careful with these guys, and I've gotta remember I have a freaking damage shield. There a jump location that I'm missing? I just whoosh.
It's locked.
I got hurt. Hello.
Die,
There we are. Really? They don't friendly fire? Really? The suicide bomb doesn't friendly fire? Are you serious? Fine. Get shadowed to death. You suck. I should probably jump up here, right? Yeah. But first, so I don't forget, I'm unlock this stupid ass gate. There we are. Now we go. God damn it. Oh, and you summon more too. Of course you do. You are just the worst. Okay. poison is absurd and how much damage it does. Seriously, why does it cost me all of my blood? There's no good reason for that. I don't want this person. God damn it. Why, in addition to this absurd poison, does she also get to summon infinite guys? And now I'm dead. Why does the poison do like 3 times my health and damage? The only type of enemy I'm going to ever have a problem with this game is because it's one mistake and you're dead. It out heals a potion and my one healing ability going at the same time. Oh, look at that. She's dead and suddenly there's no issues. Come on, buddy. Stop being a teleporting asshole. I don't know why you get invulnerability frames when you're still there. Ooh, I'm back to shotgun. That sounds like what I want. Eat. Huh. Is it not them yelling? Is it just normal skulls, or is there a pukey one? That looks like a pukey. Let me just kill the pukey one. I really hate these puking zombies. Or vampires, whatever the fuck they're. Basically zombies.
on us.
You infected the whole family! I said I wanted to leave the house!
What? Leave me alone with them while you go back to your home. Fucking convenient.
She tricked me! I love you!
Fucking pathetic pig!
I have nothing against killing both of you. Oh, they do so much damage. Can't play that's how it always plays. In addition, if you die, you lose all your blood, which makes the fight even harder to do again. This is absurd. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna kill you. Because by yourself, without the poison, you are nothing. Annoying sacks of pus. For that, I can upgrade my freaking sword now. Darling, thank you for precious perfume in the fur coat. I can't wait to feel your hands on my shivering skin, for only you, my hero, can make me feel that desired. Please come back to me soon, for I'm dying to press my timid bosom to your chest again. Yes, my beloved, my precious, come back to me, and I promise you, now I've turned on unbridled passion. Right now I'm wearing nothing but your last gifts. Oh yes, I'm burning for you, and I can't wait for you to share my untamable. Your devoted Doris.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Exactly.
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. Can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her.
I am quite annoyed at the injection of these enemies just because of how much they go against the way this game wants you to play. Oh, really? You resist the damage? Oh, you're gonna die anyway. Oh well, as long as I go just without dying to them. Just gotta murder this guy. right behind him. Of course, I'm not meeting any more special named guys anymore. That was fun. There's a vampire right there who is in the process of killing your friend. Why are you targeting me? I sense some discrimination. Please tell me it's not another +1. Be a normal
It's
vampire.
locked, all right.
Ease. That I can deal with. If you're not a vampire, anything but the +1s. You can deal with that, no issue. I'd rather not. I don't have my old. I don't like Fun Scout. There'll be another one. So, I'll have to.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Oh man, Whitechapel now. Oh.
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that. It's locked.
So, when you said there was an open window on the second floor, which, as you can see, I am on the second floor, did you really mean the third floor?
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
You know, maybe they're supposed to be incredibly infuriating plays, since the game seems to understand they're going to be very hard to deal with. I don't know. I'm not a game developer. Oops.
Alas, poor Doris. I knew her well.
Well,
And many
I don't think you're real.
testify
At least,
to her
not
kind.
as far as the game's concerned. guys suck so much. Let me just suck your blood. Not in the mood. Okay, door's unlocked. I can get back in. I need to upgrade my sword. Lots of really fun things.
It's locked, all right.
Of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be? Isn't here?
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
Neither.
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was
Does she
consumed
just have like a
by
giant
this
mutated
putrid
arm?
flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Your blood, arise and save your.
Oh god. Damn it. Everything about this fight.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she.
Oh yeah,
Will
that's
she be the queen
that's
again
fun.
once they all share her fate.
No summoner gain. Also, whatever that is. Keep summoning the worst enemy in the state for the level. That's better. Just need my help back.
Come to me, my servants. Avenge me.
You're not dead.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Are you just popping random movie lights now? The build up that doesn't mean anything.
My children of the night. Fight, maim, stick, kill.
Ow. Ow. I can't be done this part, and not to do with these stupid ass poison zombies ever again. This is honestly torture.
My blade shall pierce your villainous touche, sir.
And even if I had gone the route of killing every single person I met to drain them for blood, it would still be an asinine fight. Look at that!
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of sheep.
This is absurd. Then you lose your blood. Like, why do you lose your blood? If you lost the fight, you obviously need the blood.
Touche, sir. Your hand is shaking. Hear and obey, for your queen commands you. Attack! I smell your fear. Your blood will be. But behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate?
No, because you're an awful person.
I summon thee, my children of the night. Fight! Maim! Stick! Kill!
Do they have to start in blocking? Give me the invulnerable movement frame so I can get all my blood back. And just spend a bit just healing. But now you take this, because you can avoid the damage.
Come to me, my servant! Avenge me!
And it stops stamina regen. I thought it would be easier without the spawns. If they're level 1, so I assume they're here to actually just give you, like, for this specific reason what I'm doing right now, but it'd be easier without them.
My blade shall pierce your
I was in a dodge. It's supposed to have invul frames. Why did it hit me during a dodge? Dissolve blood.
My blade shall pierce your villainous heart. Touche, sir. I smell your fear. Your hand is shaking. On guard. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of sheep, who was once renowned.
Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? You killed!
Oh, pain.
Arise and save. Woe unto thee, son of Babylon!
I'm good. Never mind. I have enough medicine to just barely get it. Maybe I get my stamina back.
Your blood will be mine! I smell your fear!
There is no fear, there's just anger and annoyance.
Wait. I beg you, wait.
No, you die.
I don't want to die.
I don't care.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I've put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now. It's locked.
Of course it is.
The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research. These people want me dead. I need to leave now. So Doris just needed to be close to her orphans twin. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Ooh, these guys are getting high level. Yep, you're all dead. Okay, let's go upgrade the sword, and we will call it there because I have to go and cure everything and then upgrade. Do this first. Westlanders must unite. Don't let the food on them control you. They are amongst us. They will savage soul. Vampires are real. Defend your community. Blah 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 blah. By Clarence. Okay. Look at my house. I'm not using medical supplies to make fucking serums. Remarkable saber. It's the same damage. I can do more damage overall, and I can make it that that's perfect saber. Means I have no reason to not do it that way. Go the blood route. I enjoy that. 10%. We'll go the stamina consumption because that fits what I do a bit better. And blood, dead, and okay, and can upgrade this more. Will I find a better bat? Probably. I'm having a change of heart though. Let's just do as much stun damage. I want to avoid doing more. Okay, so we will call this here. And when we come back, I will have cured all the areas I can cure now, and then I will go about upgrading, and we shall see you guys then.